going to do it using only masks and selections. Only masks and selections. And the first thing I'm going to do is, in this particular image, select the sky. And to do it, I'm going to use the quick selection tool, which I've grown to like very much. It's a very nifty tool. And it allows you to just do a couple of swipes. Don't forget to hold down Shift. Remember that Shift adds to your selection, Option takes away from your selection. So I'm going to hold down Shift to get that little area there, and then I'll zoom in on a couple of spots and make some corrections. I'm going to have to make my brush smaller. Holding down Option to take away. Let me scoot over here. And fix up this little spot here. Remember, you got to hold down Option key. Here I'm going to add. Let me make my brush a little bigger. Got it. Let's see if there's any other spots that need fixing. Yeah, let's come down here, add this, take this away, hold down Option, and should we get that too? No, I'm going to leave it be. But I will get this. Okay, now let me zoom out, and you can see that I've got that sky pretty well selected. But I don't want the sky. I want the buildings. So what I need to do is reverse my selection. Take what is selected and deselect it, and take what isn't selected and select it. We can go up to the Select menu and choose Inverse. Command-Shift-I. And now we've got the buildings, not the sky. And we can save the selection. Select, Save Selection. And I'm going to call it Buildings. Click OK. And now I can deselect, because now that I've got that selection saved, I can load it anytime I want. Load Selection, Buildings, click OK, and there it is. Now I'm going to make a copy of my background, and now I'm going to open King Kong. And we have to get rid of the background here. And I guess the simplest way would be just to delete it. So I'm going to make a copy. And I'm going to use the quick selection tool again. I think it's the best tool to use. And just go around, hold down Shift, select the background. That's pretty good. Let me fix this here where his finger is. Get my brush smaller. And now we got to get in here. So I'm going to hold Shift to add, and same thing here. Shift to add. Okay. Now all we have to do is press Delete. And it's gone. You might not have noticed it, but it's gone. Oh, and one more thing I want to do. I want to take my selection and expand it. Modify, expand, and maybe 1 pixel. And I'm going to press Delete again. I did that because I don't want to capture any edges I want it to be a nice, clean cut. Now, I simply use the Move tool to move him into this picture. And that came out pretty good. Of course, I've got to scale him. So that's Command T, which I think means free transform. And don't forget to hold down Shift to keep your proportions the same. Position them where you want them. I think right there is good. I think right there is good. And double click to set them up, to set them permanently in there. Now, this is the fun part. I'm going to load my selection. Select, load selection, buildings. There they are. Selections loaded. Invert, Command Shift I, and make a mask. Watch. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. Now I can actually unlock the mask. Do you see this little lock, this little chain piece? If I click it off, I can move King Kong to position him better. I don't want to hide his face, so I'm going to put it right there. Now I'll lock the selection again. The mask, lock the mask to the pixels. And I'm done. Really, the only thing that I might want to do is, let's see. Let's temporarily disable the mask. Layer, layer mask, disable. Now we're not throwing it away. We're just disabling it. And I'm going to use this tool called the lasso tool to select his hand and this hand too. Remember to hold down Shift. You got to hold down Shift or else you're going to lose the other selection. Okay, now we got both hands selected. I'm going to enable the mask again. Layer, layer mask, enable. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to add white to the selection. Now watch what happens. Keep your eye here. Keep your eye here. Watch what happens. Edit, fill, white. Watch. Oh, I forgot. I want to add it to the mask, not the pixels. Edit, fill, white. And we're done. So what do you think? I think this is pretty easy, just using selections and masks, I think it's pretty neat. You know what else? Let me disable that mask again. Disable. And let me get his elbow. Enable the mask. And watch. Make sure you don't make the mistake I did. Make sure you're selecting the mask, not the pixels over here, but the mask over here. And once again, fill with white. All right. All right, I likey that. And I hope you did too. Thank you.